Hello everyone, this is my third video and I think I'm doing alright. Actually, I'm doing shit, but we won't talk about that. Hello everyone, this is my third video on this channel, isn't that exciting? Who am I kidding? You guys don't care. You came to see the DD profile, so I'm gonna get straight into it. This is one of the best cards you can run in the deck, Swell Slime. Basically, you fuse in your hand with this and something else. So if you had this and another DD monster, you fuse from your hand by sending that and the other monster to the graveyard and fusion summon. It's really good, and it actually helps with a lot of plays because of its second effect. Basically, you can banish it from the graveyard, special summon a DD monster from your hand. That is a very good effect, especially with link summoning. By the way, this deck was made for link summoning. I don't know if you can tell by the way it says post links, but you know. Anyway, usually what I like to do is fuse this and a Lamia, and then that gets Genghis on the field. Genghis goes extra monster zone, use his effect, special summon something else from the field, like a Necro Slime or something. Then Genghis effect triggers, gets Lamia back on the field. If you have something in your pendulum zone, you can synchro into Odd Meteor Burst and then keep going from there. But usually you'd like to link someone at that point because that is an instant decode talker. So without this, the deck not good in link summoning at all. It's not good. DDs aren't good at all without the slimes, not gonna lie. Speaking of slimes, Necro Slime, another one that's good, basically is a Swirl Slime but from grave. So you fusion summon when it's already in the grave by banishing itself and the other monster. This is good if you want to get monsters like Beowulf and you have like one of your extra deck monsters in the graveyard because they're all triple D monsters and Beowulf needs a triple D and a double D, so I don't like saying that, I know how it sounds. But basically, you banish the two and you get a Beowulf. It's really good. That's why, like I was saying before, you'd rather fuse with a Swirl Slime and a Lamia, because then you can special summon this with that and then link summon, and then that's still in the grave either way, or you can do it the other way around. Really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in the order you do it. But it's just, there's a few cards in this deck which are necessary to run at 3 for link summoning. So I've bumped them all up to 3. A couple of them I only had 2 of. Like Necro Slime I only had 2 of, just simply because you have to banish and all that sort of stuff, and there's only like 1 card in here that can get back from banished, and it's just a big fiasco. But yeah, you need as many resources as you can get, and these are some of those resources. Next, another one that's necessary for link format, 3 Lamia. I'm pretty sure anyone would agree that that's necessary at any time, like not even link format. That's 3 Lamia is just always necessary. It's a level 1 tuner, really good because your extra deck is different levels, so you can basically plan what you're going to make ahead of time, so it's really good. And yeah, her second effect is you can destroy a Dark Contract or a DD monster on your field, special summon it, or you can discard a Dark Contract or DD monster. That is what makes this card really, really good, because you can just discard. You could discard a Necro Slime to special summon that. That's what, it's great. Like, the amount of combos this deck pulls off, I'm a firm believer when I say they got too much support, I think. They can just do so much. They can steamroll everything if they're built right and played right. So, not much can hold them back. My friend Tom, we were doing online the other day, and he actually quit the game because he solemn warning one of my thing, bottomless another, and I still kept getting stuff out. That's what this deck can do if it's played right. Next, to DD Ghost. I know what you're thinking. Geordie, you said you built them right and you have DD Ghost? What are you? It's not that bad of a card. Level 2 tuner, when it's sent to the graveyard, can Foolish Burial another monster that's already in the graveyard. When it's banished, it gets a banished monster back in the graveyard. Really good. Works well with the deck, especially with link summoning, because sometimes you don't have the resources to go up in levels all the way to Siegfried or Crystal Wing. Like from, just say, usually the play is you have Genghis, synchro with that to Oddai's Meteor Burst, then get Lamia back, and then synchro with that into Crystal Wing or something. But sometimes you just don't have that, so you get Genghis, then synchro with this into a Siegfried. It's just a quicker way to get what you want, and it has a pretty decent graveyard and banish effect. It can help keep your resources flowing. That is the only card that gets stuff back from banished, though, so it is a bit, yeah. But anyway, Ragnarok. One of the best, I want to call it a boss monster of the deck, because it is a boss monster. Level 8, Pendulum has a great effect, like, Jesus Christ. Its Pendulum effect is when you special summon a Triple D from the extra deck, you can pay 1,000 life points, special summon one from the grave. Not like just any DD monster from the grave. So that's how you usually get your Lamia back out without using her effect. It's just good. It continues plays. Plus, there's the added bonus of when it's normal or special summon to your side of the field, like its monster effect, you get to bring back a Triple D monster. And that's always good because even in links, you can put, if you want to get an extra deck monster back, you can get it back and put it anywhere you want because, you know, I don't know if you guys know how links works. You should. It'd be out for like a week by the time this is uploaded. But yeah, so it's good. Really good. Plus it's a level 8, so it helps get out number 38 Hope Harbinger, all that, and Kali Yuga, stuff like that. So it's good. It is really good. I like it. Next, 3 Kepler, because he searches a Dark Contract. Dark Contracts are kind of necessary for you to get your big plays off, like, you know, get Dark Contract with a gate, search something you need to make your hand really good, or you can search Dark Contract with a Swamp King to get an extra fusion each turn. It's really good. Yeah, you want to run 3 because if you don't open up with Dark Contracts or something you need, then that can help search and continue everything, and yeah, that's kind of a staple in something like this. Next, 3 Savant Thomas, because it's Savant Thomas. Pendulum effect, you get to add a face-up Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. That's very good in Link format because you can't special summon a shit ton from the extra deck like you used to be able to. You can only get 1, or you can Pendulum summon into zones that a Link monster points to, you know, but usually in this deck that's only going to be 2 because you only run 1 Link monster and it's Decode Talker. So yeah, it's, I don't know what to tell you. That's a really good way of getting around it. Plus its monster effect is really good because when it's normal or special summon, destroy a monster in your Pendulum zone, special summon a level 8 from your deck in defense, its effects are negated, attack and defense don't go to 0, that usual stuff. But if you want to get an Xyz, that's how you do it. You use Swirl Slime, special summon Thomas, destroy something in your Pendulum zone, special summon something from deck, Xyz, and you usually get like a first turn Decode Talker, Xyz and all that. Of it, not really going to be a problem in like mid game or late game, so it's a really good card to run at 3. Plus, like I said, the Pendulum effect is always good because you do run a few Pendulums in here, so it's always good to just get them back and keep recycling because you'd never Pendulum summon in this deck. Never. I've never once Pendulum summoned, but yeah, it's just always good to get them back. It's basically just like a Monster Reborn to your hand for Pendulums. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, next, 2 Copernicus, Foolish Burial on summon, really good. Pendulum effect, if something would inflict damage to you, a spell or trap card would inflict damage to you, you could destroy that card and negate and destroy the card that would inflict damage. So that's really good if you have a couple of Dark Contracts on the field, you're low on life points, put this in the Pendulum scale. If they get over monsters that can stop your Dark Contracts, then when it comes to your standby phase, destroy that, you don't take damage. Next, these aren't DD cards, but I like to run them. Obviously Max C, because it's Max C, it's really good hand trap. And then a Kaiju, that's pretty sure that, I don't know what his name is, Gamma Seal or something. I pulled it, that's the only reason I run it. It's not focusing. Anyway, yeah, you tribute 1 monster because with this deck, you kind of just want to power through everything, and you don't really need to get rid of multiple monsters because you can probably attack over them anyway. The extra deck attack is off the charts. Like, it's actually, this deck is really strong attack power. So yeah, that's why I run that. Just gets rid of one monster, really good. Can get over Chaos Max or something. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, that was it for monsters. Now on to spells. Alrighty, on to spells. First, run 3 Dark Contract with the Gate and 2 Dark Contract with the Swamp King. These are the only Dark Contracts that you run, but they are both very good. Only run 2 of this because honestly it's not as good as this, plus you need room for other stuff, but at 2 you still see it more than enough. And with Swirl Slime and Necro Slime it's not as important, but it's still really good. Basically, Dark Contract with the Gate, which is this one, you search a DD monster. Just any DD monster in your deck, add it to your hand. Really good. Then with this one, you can fuse from your hand, field, or graveyard. Basically just fuse from anywhere except deck. It's really good. So if you've already used a Necro Slime and you still have more monsters in your grave that you want to fusion with, you can just activate that and do it. Your standby phase, you take 1,000 damage for each, like, you know, take 1,000 damage. If you had all 5 of these on the field, you take 5,000 damage in your turn, even though you can only use the effect of one of them each turn, which is, yeah. Anyway, next, for the draw power in the deck, you want to run 2 Allure of Darkness, because every monster in this goddamn deck is dark, except for Maxi and the Kaiju. The Kaiju's water and the Maxi's earth. So, you know, every card in it except for those are dark, so Allure of Darkness, really good. Next, MST and Twin Twister. Quite honestly, I'm just waiting to get another Twin Twister, but MST does its job. Everyone knows what MST and Twin Twisters do. Yeah, does their job, but it is a replacement for Twin Twisters for the moment. Next, you're on Soul Charge, Foolish Burial, and 1 for 1. 1 for 1's good for getting out Kepler or Lamia, either one, and Foolish Burial is good for getting Necro Slime in the grave or just anything. And Soul Charge, very good in Link format because you can get a bunch of synchros or like fusions out that you need on the field because they have good effects. You can get a bunch of those out and that you wouldn't have to do them in the link zones because they're coming from the graveyard. So just say you had like a Beowulf, a Siegfried, and a D-Arc in your graveyard and you wanted them on the field, pay 3,000 life points, all 3 of them come back, you don't have to do it in the link zones because they're from the graveyard, not from the extra deck, which I think is really good because it really helps. Soul Charge is going to be really good in link format, and that's why I picked up about 5 of them, because it's going to be really good getting back extra deck monsters, even like Crystal Wing and stuff. You can just get back Crystal Wing by paying 1,000 life points. It's honestly going to be great in link format, and I can't wait to see how people use it. But yeah, that's it for spells. I have a few traps, so we'll get onto those. Alright, now for traps, you just run a bunch of one-offs, so I'll just quickly go through them. Solemn Warning, negate a summon, Bottomless, banish a big monster, Floodgate, flip it face down, and then a Quaking, flips them face down. That's actually it for traps. You don't want to run too many traps. But now, with link format, I'm thinking of bumping a few of these up, like 2 of that, 2 of that. These are limited, so I can't do 2, obviously. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing 2 of each of these, just simply because link format, it's going to be a lot slower. And yeah, so that's it for traps. And yeah, that's about it. Now, for extra deck. This is what we like to run, boys and girls. It's a full extra deck, so, gonna have to quickly go through it. You're on 2 Genghis, because Genghis is how you get more plays off, because he special summons from grave. It's how you get Lamia back, it's how you get other stuff back for link summons. If you fuse with a Swirl Slime and a Lamia, then you get Genghis on the field, banish Swirl Slime, special summon 1 from hand, Genghis effect triggers, gets Lamia back, you can just keep going from there. It's really good play extender, and you actually you need it in the deck. Next, you run a Beowulf because it's a good boss monster, level 8, so you can even go into XCs if they negate its effect or something. Optional. It's an optional heavy storm on your standby phase. 3,000 attack and does piercing. Really good, but honestly don't have room for more than one. But yeah, so that's why I only run one. Next, I run 1D Arc. Did used to have him at 2, but you kind of want to just go into more stuff while you can, if you know what I mean. Like, this is good, but there's better options to get what you want, like to get Crystal Wing and Siegfried and all that sort of stuff. There's better options, and honestly, it's not as good of a monster as it used to be, especially because of links now. So really, it's good, yes, but it's a bit slow at the same time. So that if you can't get into Crystal Wing by going Siegfried, then Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, then Crystal Wing, or even Alexander, then Crystal Wing, then you just go this, then go into Siegfried or something. Just something like that. It's good. It's a level 7, so it helps you get into more plays. Don't get me wrong, it's good. Its effect is every time you would take damage from a card effect, you gain it instead. So against Chainburn, all you need to do is get that on the field, and that's it. They can't do anything, otherwise they're giving you life points. Like, they actually just have to scoop at that point. Like, stuff like that, that card is good. Like, really good. But like I said, in just general gameplay, there's better cards to go into, but still definitely want to run one just in case. Next, Siegfried. Really good. He's basically a Shien. Negates one face-up spell or trap till the end of the turn. But it doesn't actually have to be like a continuous or something. Like, you can activate it, negate, and then that negates till the end of the turn. It doesn't destroy it. Basically, if they did MST, you could negate it. And MST doesn't negate, but this does. So, that's always good. Next, the bad boy himself, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Probably my favorite monster, not gonna lie. Actually, that's a lie. I say that about a few things. My favorite monster of all time is Dark Rebellion. Favorite art is Sanghammer. But this is my favorite effect because it's so good. It just negates any monster effect and attacks over anything. It's great. It does have a weakness to spell and trap, which is why I usually do the Wind Witch thing, but it's still fucking amazing if you don't do that. So it's really good, and yeah, if you can get into it and you have one, add it to your deck and just do it. Anyway, next, a Cyframe Lord Omega. Can you tell that I like the Battles of Legends pack? Anyway, his effect is really good in Link format. So if you have these, hold on to them, because I'll tell you why soon. Not soon, right now actually. His effect, he banishes himself, banish a card from your opponent's hand at random until your standby phase. This is good because when he comes back, he's not being special summoned from the extra deck. He's being special summoned from banished, which means he doesn't have to go in the extra monster zone. So if you can do this, use his effect, make them -1 for a little bit, and then do all your regular plays to get a Link monster on the field, he can just come back wherever he wants. He doesn't have to be in the extra monster zone or in a Link zone, Really good in Link format. So if you have these, hold on to them because they're going to be good. And it's a generic level 8 synchro. Really easy to get into for almost any deck. It's going to be great. So hold on to them. Just like Soul Chargers, really looking forward to see how people use that. And yeah, just hold on to them if you have them. That's all I can say. Next, a Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. I know it seems like a weird choice mixing Odd Eyes and DDs, but he's really good because if you have a Ragnarok in your Pendulum Scale and you used his effect to bring back something from your grave that turn, you can synchro into this and then special summon Ragnarok from your Pendulum Scale, use his effect, and special summon a Triple D from the grave. It's just, this is really good, especially with Ragnarok in your scale. If you don't have Ragnarok in your scale, I would save him until you do, and you can do that, but he's level 7, so with Lamia I can get into Crystal Wing. There he is, I was pointing to Cyframe. Yeah, get into Crystal Wing. It's really good, but like I said, if you don't have any cards in your Pendulum Scale, then you might as well just go into Alexander, just because, He doesn't have an amazing effect. It is pretty good, but not an amazing one. And, you know, it can help you get into Crystal Wing and stuff like that. It's just a good level 7. So basically what you usually do is go Genghis, and then Lamia into one of these depending on your situation. Then use Lamia's effect to bring yourself back and go into Crystal Wing. Or, you know, you can link summon and then later do the Crystal Wing. Just all that sort of stuff. It is, yeah, both of these are good, especially if you run Crystal Wing. This is a bit better in my opinion, but this is still decent. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. Next, Formula Synchron, because, you know, Kepler and Lamia can get this, and then with that equals a Siegfried. It's good, and you get to draw a card. Nothing bad to say about it. Next, number 38, Hope Harbinger, Titanic Galaxy. You know, because I don't have enough long names in this fucking deck. Anyway, it negates one spell, attaches it as a material once per turn. That's good. Don't really have much else to say about it. Level 8, rank 8, sorry, really good to go into. It can help protect your smaller monsters. It's a really good card. Yeah, don't have nothing bad to say about that one either. Next, a Kali Yuga, because he's my favorite DD card. One of them, anyway. He's good. He stops all effects, like all effects completely, even your own, when he's summoned. So usually you want to summon him last. And then during either player's turn, you can detach one material, and it's a heavy storm. Like, it's really good. 3500 attack. Nothing bad to say about Kali Yuga either. A lot of the extra deck, nothing bad to say about it except Diarch. But yeah, really, it's great. It's a great card, especially in DDs. Well, it is a DD card, so you know, kind of has to be good in DDs. But anyway, really, really fucking good card. And yeah, now we'll get on to what you've all been waiting for. 2 Decode Talker. Yes, 2 Decode Talker. I run it at 2. You could possibly do with 1, but I run it at 2 just simply because if they get over 1 and you only run 1, you're kind of fucked. But yeah, 2 Decode Talker. Real easy to get into because this spams the field a lot. Really good effect. It gains 500 for each monster linked to it. So, you know, it can easily get up to 3,300, even 3,800 if they have one in their zone that it points to. Really, really good card, and it came in a structure deck, so it's really accessible. Ooh, that was an odd occurrence. Anyway, really good and accessible. It's in a structure deck, all that sort of stuff. You've probably already heard of it before. Really, really good card, and it came in a structure deck, so it's really accessible. It's great, quite honestly. My favorite Link monster, he looks the coolest. I'm not, like, out of all the Link monsters that have been announced, like even in OCG, I think he looks the coolest, quite honestly. He looks really nice, and especially in Ultra Rare. So, yeah, that's it for Extra Deck. Not much else to say. Anyway, that was my DD deck profile post Link summoning format. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. You know what to do already. Yeah, leave a comment if you like my build, or even leave a comment just suggesting new cards. I'm always open to suggestions. And yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time.